Hey everyone, welcome back to Real Estate Horror Stories. I'm Alex Manolov,
And I'm Kevin McKenna.
and we're here to tell you a story. This week we don't have a guest, so you're going to have to deal with one of my listing stories, or buyer stories actually. It'll be kind of short, but it's kind of interesting. A flipped manufactured home. Not like flipped over. Like,
Okay.
yeah, just
Pig.
want to clarify for everybody out there.
Lipstick on a pig.
Lipstick on a pig. Oh,
Nice.
dude, lipstick on a big ass pig, huge pig. Yeah, so just to give some background, I met the buyers, or I met the person who recommended me to the buyers at an open house in Eustis, of all places. Nobody came. He was the only person that came all day.
Nice.
Managed to get him. Great guy, super cool guy. I'm not gonna say his name, but sweetheart of a guy. I still talk to him to this day, and that was 2 years ago when I first started. And he wanted me to sell his 25 acres of vacant land,
Oh my God.
cleared and ready to build. Beautiful piece of land.
How much?
I told him we could probably get at the time like 1.7 for it.
Dude, for your first few months, you almost had. Oh, did
Oh,
you?
I was that
Almost,
close. The
okay.
only reason we didn't list it was because the wife said no.
But so he still owns it though.
Still owns it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So maybe one day.
Maybe one day, but I think they decided to keep it because his son wants to build a house on it.
Oh,
And it's
okay.
already,
But dude, that's a lot of acres. They'll probably parcel it out eventually, if they ever need the cash.
well, I said that's who would probably buy it, is, somebody who wants to build a subdivision. It has plenty of road frontage because it's like a curve.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And, you can put a subdivision right there, no problem.
Yeah. Gerald Horton will come in, give you a bag.
Yeah,
you're good
give
to
you a
go.
straight bag,
Yeah.
cash.
Ruin that whole ecosystem. It'd be
Yep.
great.
Oh, yeah. Beautiful piece of land, tree, gone. It would just be,
Traffic. Oh, it's gonna be great.
yeah, cookie cutter homes.
McDonald's. Oh yeah.
Yep.
There we go.
Gentrification coming in. So after that meeting, and after he didn't get the listing, he felt bad, I think, and I was helping him with some other house, this crazy house out in Ocala. That's where the manufactured home ended up being,
Okay.
and beautiful home. They needed to do some renovations to it, and it was his girlfriend's, and then they broke up, so that went out the window.
Thought he had a wife.
Ex-wife. Well,
Okay.
I'm not sure because they're still legally married, I believe,
I got you. Okay.
but separated.
Yeah.
Make sense?
So he's a player. I got it.
Definitely. This guy used to party with Madonna.
Oh, it's this guy.
This guy.
I've heard about this
Yeah,
guy.
this guy. Yeah, had a
Okay.
condo in Miami, got her for like 80 grand.
Nice.
Party with Madonna.
Party with Madonna. Title now.
Yeah. So he introduced me to these relatives he had. I think it was cousins or friends. I don't know. I know they were related for sure, because he helps them out all the time. They live with him. He wanted to get them out the house, so it's like, we're buying something. Like, you guys are gonna buy something and pay rent. There's 4 of them.
Yeah.
You guys can figure it out. So we looked for a while, and the problem was they didn't have a lot of money, so they were only approved for, I want to say like 225, and they needed a single family home, so that really kind of limits all of your options.
Yeah.
And they were very picky as well.
Always.
Of
Yeah.
course, of course.
Low budget, high standards.
Yep. So it took a lot of convincing, but I ended up getting them to the point where I was like, look, we can get you a manufactured home on a piece of land, no HOA, and it'll be the square footage that you need, 15 to 1800, and you'll be good. Like, yeah, it's a manufactured home, but
That's what you got.
yeah, what other options do you have
Yeah.
at this point? We've looked at probably 20, 30 houses at this point in the process, 3-4 months, and they wouldn't budge on any of them because they were too small. They wanted big rooms, they wanted an open floor plan, picky.
They want their dream home.
They want their dream home for 200 grand. Yes.
Yeah. Exactly.
So I found this manufactured home, and it was completely renovated, supposedly. And the inside was nice. It was 1,800 square feet. Open floor plan, manufactured home. You had 2 bedrooms on one side, 2 on the other, and they were big bedrooms. 2 bathroom, I believe, as well.
Nice.
Renovated bathrooms. Like, everything was perfect. The yard needed some love. Like whoever lived there prior,
Yeah.
and the people flipping the house obviously didn't care.
Yeah, I mean,
Just trash all over the place in the
oh,
backyard.
trash.
All
Okay.
over the
I
place.
didn't mean like overgrown.
No,
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 trash. Okay.
trashed,
Nice.
trashed. Like the front was nice, and then you
Yeah.
go to the backyard and you're like, what the hell
So
is
trailer
this?
park.
Yeah,
Real trailer
real
park.
trailer
backyard.
park. Yeah.
Yeah.
The energy was trailer park energy.
Nice.
But I'm like, you guys clear this up, have a lot of potential. I think we ended up getting it as kind of a deal at the time too, because obviously it was height of the market.
Yeah.
Nobody was getting anything under asking. I think we got like 10 or 15 grand under,
Oh wow.
which is nice.
Yeah.
Should have been my first red flag, to be honest.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I wonder what's wrong with it.
Yes, indeed. So we start going through the process. Offer accepted. We get the inspection. Inspection comes back fine, surprisingly, and everything seemed to be going well until we got to the loan approval part. So for people who don't know, when you buy a manufactured home, it needs to be newer than 1978. And on top of that, manufactured homes have axles. Once you place it in the ground and you were to move it, 2 years have to pass before you can finance it.
Okay, and do you have to remove the axles as well, or can the axles stay?
I think this one still had axles.
Okay.
I think they were still there. It looked like a train car.
And that's allowed to be like that.
It's allowed to be like that, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, it was affixed to the ground still.
Yeah.
Porch, patio, the whole thing. But the axle was still there, which is not an issue.
Yeah. And what it constituted as being fixed to the ground?
I believe plumbing and electric hooked up, straps to the ground because they're strapped down, and then the patio, the deck in the front was connected, and then the patio in the back was also connected.
Okay.
And they were wood.
Yeah. Okay.
Porch and patio, so they were obviously built and then connected to it. I believe that's what constitutes it. Don't hold me to that, but we'll see.
Yeah.
Well, obviously it's fine now. They finance it.
Yeah.
But
yeah, that's true. So I guess that's right.
Yeah. So, with like I said, with the manufacturing, we can't move it, and you have to go through a lot more of a rigorous process for titles like land surveys, inspections on like lender ordered inspections on the manufactured home. So I think in this case it was $1,200
Oh wow.
on top of the $400 inspection that they did.
Jeez.
Yeah.
For a surveyor?
Yeah. Because they had to come out there and confirm that it wasn't moved and all this stuff. So, surveyor goes out. Think like 3 red flags, 4 red flags. Every manufactured home has a tag, like it's a metal plaque with its serial number and all the information, and then something else as well. Not the title, but I think
The serial code?
yeah, like the serial code or like the brand or what it is, where it came from, right? So you can follow the history of it. Whoever renovated the house clearly was not thinking about it and removed it and threw it away. Genius.
Awesome.
Yeah, genius. And these people sucked. I hated working with this listing agent because they didn't care. They're flipping the house. They're on a budget.
Were they untrustworthy corporation?
They were indeed an untrustworthy corporation.
Oh, wow.
Indeed.
Oh God.
We'll get to that story hopefully next week when it closes.
Yeah. Next week we have something that's gonna close. That's gonna be the title of that episode is Untrustworthy Corporation.
Yeah, that'll be a good one. And if it doesn't close, it'll be an even better one. I'm just gonna be angry.
Yeah, exactly.
So they removed all this stuff. So now we had to go through the process of finding it. How do you find a 5-inch by 2 by 5 inch metal tag? You don't.
Yeah.
You don't find it. So we had to find the previous owners, go through, because they were the ones who purchased it, and they were the original owners.
Oh,
So we had to find them, find the documents that they had for it. This took like 2-3 weeks.
Yeah, just going through just county records.
No, we had to go to the owners directly because they had the file still. Because the people who
But how
bought
did
it
you find the previous owners?
through the listing agent
Oh, okay.
because they didn't want to do it,
Nice.
even though it was their fuck up.
Yeah.
Pain in the ass. So we finally get a hold of the documentation that looked like it was straight out of the 80s. Like that printer paper with the the holes on the side and the lines.
Like the Xerox paper.
Yeah, the Xerox paper, yeah. So we scanned it all. It was like 100 pages. Sent it to the lender. Approved. Great. Surveyor also says, it looks like the manufactured home was moved. And we're like, by how much? 20 inches?
They give you crap for 20 inches?
They gave us crap. They gave us crap for 20 inches. And it was right on the cusp of 2 years.
Oh,
So it was like 23 months.
Do we know why they moved it?
No.
Just,
I think originally it was
maybe
like
a hurricane came through, pushed it
and
a
just
little
pushed it a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know the manufactured homes.
The flooding, picked it up, moved it over.
Yeah, the trailer parks are target number 1 for tornadoes and hurricanes. If you guys don't know.
Oh, really?
Yeah, watch Twister. All the trailer parks.
Good movie.
Good movie. Screwed.
Yeah.
So they moved it forward, like towards the road, 20 inches, which I'm sure that gave them a lot more room in the backyard.
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Noticeable difference.
Probably up their property value quite a bit.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
So the people who bought it obviously didn't know about this because they paid cash. So they didn't have to deal with all this BS and all the documentation and all that. So they didn't know. And we're like, well, this is a problem. So what do we do? Well, you guys can, like file basically like not a complaint, but you can write a letter to whoever, the lender, and be like, we're trying to buy the house. It didn't move that much. Can you guys finance it? Or you just wait until the 2 years comes up, and we're a month away.
Oh, is that close?
Yeah.
Okay.
So we had to wait.
That's what you end up doing?
Yeah.
Waiting a whole
We
month?
extended the closing date by a month. We're already like 30 days into it.
That's just for 20 inches?
Yeah.
That's so dumb, dude.
Ridiculous.
You should be able to just sign a paper saying I'm okay with this. They're okay with this. What's the big deal? It's one thing if you picked it up and moved it across county, across the state.
Yeah,
sure.
where you had to put it on a semi-truck.
But it's on the same parcel, dude.
Same parcel.
That's just crazy.
20 inches over.
You know what that is? That's going to buy alcohol with someone that's underage, and then they kick you out, and then you walk in 30 seconds later, and then they sell it to you without that person there. That's what that is right there. Just a stupid loophole that is so dumb. That
Makes no sense.
Makes no sense.
No sense at all.
Other than we're just quote-unquote free thinker, following the rules to the T like that, because we moved 20 inches.
Yeah, so I still don't, I have my mortgage license now, and maybe I should just pay a little bit more attention to the manufacturing home part. I still don't know why that's a rule.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Like it again, it didn't move across the county, didn't move across the state. It moved 20 inches towards the road.
Maybe they messed up the first survey. Maybe it didn't move.
That's also possible.
Maybe they messed up on the survey.
I don't know.
Off a little bit.
They were looking.
Dot their T's.
They were looking at the old survey with the Xerox paper, so I doubt they could read it.
Maybe the Earth shifted, tectonic plates.
Yeah, in Florida. Yeah, absolutely. So, we ended up waiting the extra month for us to close, and we did, finally. Everything, and I thought it was over. I'm like, great. We're moved in. Everything's perfect. Fast forward to the first week that they move in. And I don't know how the title company didn't pick this up, because they do a title and lien search.
And the title company does a title search?
And the lien search.
So,
who would have thought? Who would have thought?
Who would have thunk?
They move in and they try to turn on utilities, and I think it was the water bill. They owed $2,600. I don't even know how you can get a water bill that high.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
They just had a leak or something for a very long time.
Well, we're getting there. So the inspector didn't pick up the leak. And there was a leak there. Because the water heater broke and flooded the house.
Dude, so when did you go back on the inspector on that? Yo, bro,
what's up? We did. We went back to the inspector, and we went back to the people who sold it to us. And
did he even turn the water back on?
Well, the people who sold us the house, and they paid the bill and replaced the water heater.
Oh, they went
after closing.
That's the thing, or they were just being nice?
I mean, they didn't have to do it, but I think.
How did they do that?
What?
Like they actually just did that without.
Well, yeah. I mean, it was
Like
the title
going your
company's
head?
fault too, for not picking up the $2,600 water bill.
Yeah, so it's the title company's fault, it's the inspector's fault, and the sellers had to pay for it.
Everyone was up here.
Okay,
All parties except for us, of course.
of course.
Yeah.
You're Alex Manolov,
Dude, the best.
LPT Realty.
Oh,
Oh, oh.
foreshadowing. So, yeah, so as soon as they moved in, they discovered the water problem, and then literally like the second or third night, water heater flooded the house. Not like into the house because it was in the
I'm sure
manufactured
they
home,
were
it's on
tur-
stilts, but
Yeah.
the whole patio was underwater and it had open plywood, so that had to go.
Nice.
And then obviously under the house itself was just destroyed.
That's the problem with manufactured homes, especially with the ACs under there too.
The AC wasn't under there.
Yeah,
that
just
was,
messes all that
yeah, it
up.
was all
It's
ruined.
terrible. Yeah.
So luckily, was a very strong, stubborn man. Loved the guy. I said his name. Oops. You have to blur that out.
Beep is
Yeah.
a very strong man. Yes.
Yeah. The buyer, the guy who introduced me, very strong man, and he's like, give me the listing agent's number. And I was doing showings in South Florida with the
Fake roof.
fake roof buyer.
Wow, dude, your first few buyers were just
Rough.
perfect.
Rough.
That's what you want though, man.
Yeah, well, valuable lessons.
Yeah,
Valuable
exactly.
lessons that you'll never forget. So, we're driving to, I picked her up in Vero Beach and we were driving across to the West Coast. She drove.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, very nice. So I was like, all right, I'll take that.
Yeah.
And I get a call, and he's like, give me the listing agent's info. This just happened. And the water bill as well, $2,600. I'm like, how is this even possible? And I'm like, sure. Because
You're close at this point.
well, and I'll let the
Yeah.
listing agent deal with the backlash from the buyer rather than me.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to call him because if I scream at him, it's all over.
Yeah.
So
Good cop, bad cop.
Exactly. Yeah. So he called, ripped him a new one, threatened to sue, said this was uncalled for. You called the title company too, cussed them out.
I would say title companies.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Water there.
Yeah, because they should have seen the bill.
Yeah.
There was already a lien placed on the house, so they should have seen it. They should have seen. You can't close with it.
Yeah. How did?
I don't even know. I still don't know.
Wow.
So he calls, screams at them, both of them, and then 10 minutes later I get calls from both of them. The listing agent calls me, I heard something happened at the house, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, yeah, the water heater died immediately. And this was one that they put in, right?
Oh, so this is a new one.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. That makes more sense. I was like, why did they replace something if it was like a 1999 water
No, it's
heater?
brand new.
Okay.
And they
so
hired
that makes more
a
sense.
handyman to do it.
Of course.
Of course.
Yeah.
Still pulled a permit somehow and passed inspection somehow. But handyman,
So was it just the plumbing that was messed up or the actual water heater?
it could have been the water heater. I didn't see the picture of the
Yeah.
water heater. I just know that water was everywhere.
I gotcha.
Well, and the bathtub too. There was a bathtub that was just spewing out water. And again, the inspector didn't see it.
Wow.
Yep. So I get a call from the agent. He tells me what's going on, and I'm like, yeah, I know. What are you going to do to fix this? Because this is kind of a serious deal now. And he's like, well, I don't know if my sellers are going to want to do anything. They're kind of already done with the house. I'm like, this is on you and your sellers. It's not your sellers aren't the ones that are going to get sued. It's going to be both of you. And,
Why him?
well, he's the agent representing. And when we asked him all these questions about it, he told us everything was kosher. So he still has some responsibility. He still has some skin in the game.
Okay.
It's not just, I'm free and clear. And he was related to the sellers.
Okay.
He was part of the LLC that was selling the house.
Gotcha. Okay.
So he had
A lot of skin in the game.
a lot of skin in the game.
Yeah.
So he's like, all right, I'll talk to the sellers and I'll call you back. And I'm like, all right. You guys are going to have to fix it regardless. So let me know if it's yes or no. And then if it's no, good luck. I'll testify against you. I don't care.
Yeah. We got someone that party with Madonna that's gonna come after you, man.
Yeah.
We're gonna Madonna herself come and testify.
And so then the next call was a title company, and I yelled at them with
I would say,
my
I feel
buyer
like,
in the car.
I feel like a lot of this should have been really dealt with by the title company.
Yes.
They're the ones that screwed the pooch on this one.
Yeah, and it was one of the, I don't even think they're in business anymore. It was one of those, like, during the whole craziness of the market, everyone was making title companies.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I passed the bar. I can do that.
Yeah, exactly. I can sign a piece of paper.
Yeah.
I can be Uncle Bougie.
And that's why I use Uncle Booge.
Uncle Booge.
I don't know the name of his title company, but just Uncle Booge.
Security National.
Security National, best in the biz.
So they call me and they say, they start apologizing that, oh, we didn't see the utility bill, blah, 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 blah. We're sorry that this inconvenienced your buyers. I'm like, dude, it's $2,600. How do you not see that?
Yeah.
This is your job. This is literally your job.
Your whole shtick. What
shtick.
you're getting paid for.
Exactly. We're not just paying title charges to pay title charges. Do your job. So I yelled at them, like, this is 100% your fault. The sellers need to pay for it. You need to call the sellers. You need to tell them that they're going to have to wire the money to the utility company. And on top of that, we're dealing with the problem with the water heater, which is a separate issue, but they're both water related.
Yeah, that one's not really their
No.
fault. Yeah.
No, but, got to add some salt to the wound and let them know this is what's going on. So then I didn't hear from them all day. Actually, I think they called me the following morning. Sellers caved immediately.
Which is good. I
Yeah.
mean, because to be fair, they had a case. We're done. We're closed.
Yeah.
It's really the person that was, the party that was most screwed was the title company.
Yes.
Because the sellers could have easily just been, they could have fought that and had a chance of being able to walk away from that.
Mm-hmm.
But was it worth all the effort just to give $2,000? No.
No.
Especially with their investors.
No. So they wired the utility bill that day. Utilities got turned on. Great. And confirmed that they would replace the water heater because it was under warranty.
Oh, okay.
But the warranty doesn't transfer to the new buyer. So they had to do it.
I gotcha. So just paperwork thing.
Just paperwork. Yeah.
Yeah.
But the catch was, we're going to hire our own plumber. Just get the water heater out there.
Oh,
We'll hire the plumber.
Your buyer.
Yeah.
Okay.
He wants to hire the plumber. They will bill you. And they agreed. It was perfect.
Yeah. Everyone came back and owned up to their mistakes.
Yeah, well, the title company never recovered.
Not the title company, yeah.
But, this whole ordeal with the manufactured home, and I haven't done one since, mainly because I don't want to touch it with a 10-foot pole.
Yeah.
The new ones are good. I'll give them some credit. The new, 2020, 2023 models, they're more real housey than these old, rip the drywall off with your hand.
Some of these new manufactured homes I've been in, they're you walk in them, you don't even know you're in it.
You don't even know. Yeah.
It looks like a real home.
Mm-hmm. So, it was fortunate that the sellers wanted to work with us on that part. And, through all the heat of battle that they got from my buyer, I think that's what probably did him in. Because when he threatens something, he's going to do it. He's not a guy that beats around the bush and says, things that aren't going to happen. If he's saying he's doing something, he's doing it.
Yeah.
No question. So I think couple the problem with him yelling at them and threatening to sue, and then the sellers realizing that they messed up, plus the agent having skin in the game himself, I think pushed them to get it done because they didn't want to fight. And in the end of the day, it was going to cost them $3,500.
Yeah.
Like $2,600 for the utility bill, and then maybe another $900 to get everything done.
Yeah.
Cut your losses and just do it.
Hire an attorney and pay $900 an hour.
Yeah, or exactly. Do that, and then the case gets dragged on for a million years because it's so freaking slow, and lawyers want to make their stupid money. So it ended up working out for the buyers, but from that whole experience, manufactured homes they're tough. Especially if the tag is missing or they move it 20 inches forward. It's just like condos. It's probably worse than condos.
And the thing that sucks too is that I assume that you have to get that, what's it called when?
You can do it. Use the real estate brain.
Not the appraisal, but the thing they paid $1,200 for.
Oh, the survey?
Survey, Jesus. The survey. So that's like a lot of money that you're going to put into this home.
And hope that you close.
And hope that nothing's messed up with it.
Yeah.
Because what they do is survey, it's like really messed up. And it's not as simple, oh, just wait a month.
Yeah.
Now you're into it $2,000 and it's like, oh, sorry.
Well, I mean, that's what my main concern was too when they told me it moved. And I'm like, what do you mean it moved?
Yeah, like, oh, shit.
Where did it move to?
Where did it move to?
It's still there.
I see it. Did it grow legs?
Did it grow legs and get up and walk? It's still there. Yeah, so it taught me a lot about the whole manufacturing home process because I've never, even working with Ivilo back in the day and being around loans, he never does manufactured homes, and I never understood.
Now you're going to get why.
Now I absolutely get why.
Because, I mean, the amount of effort it takes, and they're not going to be the highest price point, you're borderline going to be losing money if you don't have a very efficient staff.
Yep.
Yeah.
Which, speaking of, I might actually have a manufactured home listing from the same guy. Not selling that one.
Oh, is it the same house?
That'd be cool. That'd be cool. It's worth more now.
I'm sure.
Because it was on, I think it was on like a half an acre.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they, he renovated the shit out of it the right way.
The renovated home.
Renovated the poorly renovated home.
Nice.
Yes.
Yeah.
Good move. No, he races horses. So one of his neighbors out in Ocala has a
ranch.
I wouldn't say ranch. Let's not give it that much credit. It's still a manufactured
What
home.
qualifies a ranch? I think there's a certain amount of animals.
Well, he had animals.
I know, but I think like a ranch, you need to have like 200 animals or something stupid like that,
No, I think you just have to have like a real house in like more than
and
5
just
acres.
Name it a ranch.
And just name it a ranch.
I can name anything a ranch.
Yeah.
My house can be a ranch.
No. You're on like a quarter acre.
So?
So?
If I put a plaque on it that says the McKenna Ranch.
The McKenna Ranch.
It's a ranch.
Just get some little goats in the back.
Exactly.
Tax write-off.
I mean,
HOA I'm sure HOA will love that.
Oh, HOA would love that, 100%.
Actually, a little sidetrack real quick. If you build a bat house in your backyard, the HOA can't do anything about it?
Dude, we might do that because I'm behind a pond and we cannot go outside at all during the summer.
Why? Mosquitoes?
Mosquitoes, bad.
Oh.
Big pond, like it's a big pond.
And standing water?
Standing water.
Ooh.
Yeah, mosquitoes love that.
Yeah, build a bat house. Piss off your neighbors because they're loud.
Are they loud?
I don't know if they're loud. It's more of an eyesore than anything.
Well, I mean, we got a lot of trees and bushes that we can hide in.
It's true. Well, anyways.
Maybe gonna build a bat house.
Yeah, so this manufactured home listing I might have coming up, it's on like 10, 12 acres or something like that.
Oh, shoot. So those ones are worth it.
Yeah, I mean, I told him, I think and this was 3 months ago, 4 months ago. I told him that the list price would probably be like $450-ish.
$450.
It's and it's a newer manufactured home, and they just redid the whole thing.
Yeah, but that much land, only $450.
Still a manufactured home.
Land is land, man.
Well, it's also out in
middle of nowhere. Huh?
Yeah, it's off do you know Highway 44 from DeLand to Ocala?
I think so.
So it's basically just a 2-lane road, one direction in each way. Nothing but trees.
So one day, it'll be nice.
One day, when gentrification reaches there.
Yeah, when the McDonald's pops up.
Once you get a McDonald's out there,
dude, you're in there.
Oh, and then you get a Chick-fil-A.
Oh, I love that stuff, man.
As soon as your town gets a Chick-fil-A, you know you made it.
So I guess what is your biggest takeaway that you'd go on? So let's say you got a new client tomorrow looking for a mobile home. What would you do differently than you did last time?
I think instead of inspecting it like a normal house, like how I do with all my buyers, the first thing I would look for are signs of movement.
The tag.
And the tag. Because the tag it's big in metal right at the front. You cannot miss it. I think that would be the first thing. And then also making sure it's newer than 1978, because you can't finance it if it's
older. Because that's a mobile home.
That is a mobile home.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, you can still finance mobile homes, but they have to be newer than like 80-something, I think.
Okay. Yeah.
It still has to be attached to the ground.
So anything that was built before that was mobile slash I guess not even manufactured. But
Actually, I think it's pre-1976.
it's one.
Either
It's
way.
one of the dates that you have to watch the YouTube video for it to be right here. That date.
Yes.
So if you're not watching the YouTube video, then
Tough luck.
tough luck. Yeah.
Yeah, I think the biggest takeaway though is looking at it differently than a normal house, because when your house is registered with the DMV, you kind of want to look at it differently than a house.
just a hair different. Okay.
Just a hair different. Look at the tag, check the plumbing, check the crawl space, make sure the water heater is put on right.
Check the oil. Check the washer fluid.
Make sure that the train track axles that are under there.
they're gone.
Yeah, make sure that they're gone. It made it a lot easier to finance. But yeah, manufactured homes are tough, and I think I still think they're good though. If you want to buy a piece of land for 15, 20 grand, you can get an acre out in Ocala for that price. And if you want to drop a manufactured home on it, go for it. I think that's a good move.
Yeah.
The manufactured home's going to cost you like 80, and it'll come with everything.
Shoot, man, maybe with the amount of development that's out there, you drop a mobile home on there, and then you pick it up and move it somewhere else when someone wants to buy it and put 17,000 townhomes there.
Yeah. Ocala's probably like 5 years away from being
the next big thing.
Yeah, I mean it's starting up now. So if you're anyone out there looking for investment property, that's the place to go. You can still buy new construction on half acre for $250.
It's crazy.
Yeah, no HOA. They're obviously private builders and not like Horton or something like that.
That's even better.
Way better because the price is still similar, but they they get it done faster.
They don't slap it together.
They don't slap it together. They uses those single pane windows still, which pisses me off.
That's crazy, dude.
On new homes.
Dude, Brian showed me the thermal camera on single pane windows.
Oh
Brian, the inspector.
Yeah.
Oh my God, dude. The window is 140 degrees.
Really?
140 degrees.
Jesus.
And it was right next to where the AC comes down. So it's like, who's going to win that battle? I'm like, yeah, not the AC.
AC struggled.
Not the 2002 AC.
No, that AC is going to die soon.
Very soon, yeah.
So, yeah, anybody out there looking for manufactured homes, just keep this in mind, And anybody who's purchasing a flip, same thing, The people who flip the houses don't care.
So definitely, also, I guess, now more than ever, is getting a good inspector. And getting probably the biggest, baddest inspection
you can. Buyer always chooses the inspection type, not the realtor. I recommended the highest one for that reason. And it's an extra $100 and you get to see everything.
Exactly.
If he flashed the thermal camera, under the house or in the bathtub, he would have saw.
By the water heater, he would have saw that.
He would have saw the leak.
Yeah.
Just we didn't, and lessons learned. But, wants to save some money, and that's what happens.
The blank want to save some money. Dude, I got a lot of editing this episode, man.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry.
You're killing me.
Sorry.
Killing me. So with that, let's end it right now.
See you guys next week.